Hey, welcome back to gggaming. And what do you know? We've got a brand new event here in Pokemon Go that just started today, and that is all around Team Rocket. So Giovanni is back, and he's got a brand new Shadow legendary Pokemon, which is Kyogre. So we're going to go through all the details of how to beat this guy without too much of a headache with Pokemon you probably already have. We're going to cover everything he does, the full battle end to end, so that you can understand exactly how to get this guy and then ultimately save that Shadow Kyogre, which is the name of the game. So stick around and let's get to it. All right, first things first, you know the deal. We got to get into the details, the deal of the details of exactly what is going on with Giovanni and what you can expect to encounter before we get into the actual battle, which we will do. So stick around. I'm not going to not show you the battle and actually see me going through that thing end to end and actually winning. All right. But here we go. From Pokemon Go Hub, we're going to go through the details for Giovanni and cover everything we need to know. I'm just going to cover the primary stuff. Obviously, to face Giovanni, you got to complete the special quest line to get the Super Rocket Radar. Beyond that, once you do have that, you'll be able to encounter Giovanni in both Pokestops and the balloon. The balloon is the easiest way because once you have the Super Radar attached, the balloon will be 100% spawn of Giovanni. It's not a random thing like the Pokestops. You'll be okay. What I want to point out primarily with Giovanni is he's got 3 different styles, if you will, depending on what Pokemon he brings to the fight. And that are these right here. You've got Persian, always there. Always Persian number 1. In this case, Shadow Kyogre is always going to be Pokemon number 3. So what you have to prepare for is a few different variations of what Pokemon number 2 is going to be. So it's either Nidoking, all right? It's either Rhyperior or last and but not least, etc., is a Garchomp, all right? And we're going to cover the exact counters that I'm going to recommend for all of these using Pokemon that you should already have in your collection. What does that mean? I'm not going to use legendaries. I'm not going to use any legendaries at all. We're going to go through this and show you exactly what to expect on how to beat these things. All right, so what we're going to do here is something a little bit different. It's the first time I've tried this. Obviously, I've not covered any Team Rocket Giovanni battles with this channel. So this is an experiment, but hopefully it's a valuable experiment. I'm going to use a pre-recorded screen recording of me fighting Giovanni so that, one, I can pause it, talk through things, and show you stuff as we go through it. But before that, let's talk about the actual parties. All right. So inside Pokemon Go, I've already set up 3 parties for the 3 different Pokemon that we saw. And I'll make sure that that picture is up there from Go Hub so that you have that the entire time. And those are Nidoking, Rhyperior, and Garchomp. Okay. That was the order they were listed on that. So here are my party recommendations for what you're looking at. The way this raid works is you need a good, quick way to both take out Persian, who is extremely strong, and burn Giovanni's shields. So of course he's got 2 shields, just like all the rest of them. In terms of the actual Team Rocket leaders, the grunts don't have shields, but you know what I mean. So here's my recommendation: Annihilate. Annihilate. We all just went through that fun event getting. Use him. He's great right here. If you have Annihilate, use him. I'm going to show you exactly what you need there. Otherwise, the other option is Lucario. Lucario right here is an amazing first Pokemon to take out Persian. In fact, he is my number 1 rated Pokemon that I use against Team Rocket bosses because with the power up, the charge move, power up punch, Lucario absolutely is just devastating to the Team Rocket team. And I'm going to show you why here in a second. All right. But first and foremost, Annihilate, another great option. As you see, Annihilate, Lucario. That doesn't mean you have to use this. Use one of them for all 3, or use Lucario for all 3. All right. If you want Lucario to go into this one and this one, do it. Great. Lucario is amazing. If you've invested the candy to get him, build him up, which I encourage you to do highly, use him. Otherwise, Annihilate is another really great option that is we just all got from that event, which you can still get. Just because that event's over doesn't mean you can't get them. Lots of Mankeys spawning. Go ahead and catch one. Get yourself an Annihilate. Really, really simple to get. Otherwise, for Garchomp, we have to understand that Garchomp is a dragon and a ground type. So for that, ice. Glaceon is a great option. Glaceon is easily available to all of us that have played the game for any amount of time. Not a legendary. Knows great ice moves. Very, very strong. For Nidoking, we're going to want, because he's a poison, poison is weak to the ground type. Garchomp makes a great option. Garchomp knows really, really good ground moves. He was a community tape Pokemon. Widely available. If you don't have them, just look for another ground type move. If you have Groudon, use Groudon. I mean, but like I said, I'm not doing legendaries for this. I'm just going to show you this. And then my third option for Rhyperior, because Rhyperior is a rock and a ground, both your ground and your rock are weak to grass, which means something like Decidueye, which we just had a community day for Rowlet, should have one of those likely, and likely shiny. I didn't put a shiny one in here just because this one's lucky and I have it powered up because it was a lot cheaper. But the Decidueye is another great option to take down the Rhyperior. I've got Leafeon as my closer. Why? Because I said I wasn't going to use legendaries and I wanted something that was widely available. So Leafeon is the closer. So let's take a look at the Pokemon that I recommended in the builds for each of those. So let's take a look at the primary Pokemon and show you exactly what their move sets are going to be. Okay, so obviously we have Annihilate. Let's take a look at him. Annihilate, you are going to be running Low Kick, Night Slash. All right, that's the key. Night Slash, very, very quick to hit, very quick to charge. Works great. So Low Kick, Night Slash on Annihilate. Next, we are looking for, let's do the Leafeon. Since the Leafeon is in all three of the builds. Leafeon, you are looking for Bullet Seed and Leaf Blade. Leaf Blade charges extremely fast, and it's really, really good. Okay, that's what you're looking for there. You could use different move sets if you'd like to. This is just what I'm recommending. All right, Bullet Seed, Leaf Blade, and this is what you see in the video actually play through. Next, let's do Glaceon. Glaceon, here's the Glaceon build. You are looking at Ice Shard, Icy Wind. Those are the two moves I'm using there. There he is. There's Decidueye. You're looking at Razor Leaf, Energy Ball. All right. Another great combination for him. That is my recommendation on that one. Last one, the Garchomp. Of course, is a community day for that one. Because you are wanting the earth bow or the ground moves, you're going to run Mud Shot and Earth Power. Now let's go through this raid. All right. I believe this raid, the one I recorded, this was with Garchomp. So we're going to see the Glaceon, the ice one, come into play. If I can get recordings of the other two, I will put those up as well. Probably side by side somewhere in here. Overall, you'll get the idea of the flow of how Giovanni works, which is the most important part to understanding how to beat this guy. All right. So let's play. And I do have this playing at half speed so that we can kind of talk through it and walk as this thing's actually battling. Let's maybe speed it up a little bit here. Let's go 75%. All right. So when it comes to the way this battle begins, you're going to be going against Persian. All right. So Persian is super strong. And I'm going to pause it right there. Now, I paused it right there because all we've done is just tapping. We're just tapping at this point. You know, Pokemon Go's got really no creativity when it comes to battles. So we're just tapping. And we've got our Night Slash ready. All right. Night Slash is a good move for Annihilate. And you can charge TM it. It's nothing special. It's really good because it charges fast, which is the key. We want something that charges fast to break the shield. On Lucario with Power Up Punch, Power Up Punch charges extremely fast, is a very weak charge move, but then it boosts his attack. It's guaranteed to boost his attack, which makes Lucario extremely strong, and it makes those fast punches that he hits even stronger every time he uses it. The Night Slash is ready to go, so we're going to use that to burn a shield. All right, so let's get rid of that arrow and hit play. Now, Annihilate is swipe once. You don't have to get an excellent in this spot. It doesn't matter. He's going to block it with a shield anyway. Don't swipe at all if you don't want to. It's irrelevant. All right. Shield number one gone. Now, tapping. We're tapping. Real creative Pokemon. I really wish they would change this mechanism. Tap, tap, tap. There's Night Slash. It's ready to go. We're burning the second shield. I'm going to pause it in a second and show you something really key to where we're at in the battle. The animation finishes, etc. Boom. Second shield is done. And pause. All right, here's a tip. If you did not know, when you either attack or you switch Pokemon, there is at least there's a lag. The opponent, in this case Giovanni, does not make a move. Persian is not attacking for 2 hits in this case because I have a fast move. I have a fast punch. I have a slower punch. It's usually just 1 attack. And by that, I mean the power of the move. If it's a weaker fast move, you attack faster. If it's a stronger fast move, you attack slower, but you hit harder. So Annihilate's getting 2 punches before Persian even starts to punch, which is where the, it's kind of the trick you may not realize, but it's really a way to help control the fight, if you will. And that applies the same when you switch Pokemon. You're going to see me switch to Glaceon here shortly. All right, let's keep going through this, keep playing, and see how this plays out. We're tapping. We're getting Night Slash down here, back up, but Persian got his attack off first. No problem. We're just going to block that one because Persian is extremely strong and will knock out whatever you have in front of him if you let that charge move get off, regardless of what charge move he used. Got our Night Slash ready to go. Let's use that. Now we are swiping. We're looking for the excellent, or at least a gray, because we want full damage. All right. And there goes Persian. Persian is down. Our Annihilate is still at about 40% HP. So Garchomp comes in. And I'm going to pause. Garchomp, the point of Garchomp, we're not going to take him down with Annihilate. Annihilate is not there to take out Garchomp. Annihilate at this point, because my HP is still so high, is just doing bonus damage. We're doing bonus damage. So whatever we get rid of Garchomp with Annihilate, awesome. Let it ride. If we get another Night Slash off, great. More bonus damage. This is bonus time. Right there, Glaceon. That is the key to beating Garchomp. Glaceon will easily take down Garchomp by himself because it's 4 times effective against that Pokemon. That Pokemon is a ground and dragon. Both ground and dragon are worked to ice. That's the key. All right. Resume the video. We're going to see what happens here. There's the Night Slash. Get that Night Slash going. Swipe it, whatever. You get the idea. Wave the magic wand. There goes the Night Slash. Garchomp didn't take hardly any damage. But this is bonus damage when I'm getting that. Don't worry about it. There's Glaceon. Time to rock. And I did switch. I kept him alive. Why? Because when I switch to Glaceon, I get the 2 free attacks on Garchomp. So Garchomp stuttered there for a second. All right. I can actually go back. Glaceon came in. There's the super effective damage right there. You see it? I know you can see it. It's kind of hidden behind Go Glaceon. Super effective. So the hit came in the moment Glaceon landed. Garchomp has not attacked yet. Still 100% HP down here. Play. We're watching. Glaceon attacks again. That's 2 hits. Still 100% HP. There's the 3rd hit. Now Garchomp hits the first time. He just hit me the first time after 2 free hits just by switching Pokemon. That is the key to that. Of course, you're only probably going to get to do that once in the fight, so you got to pick your timing well. I did that to save Annihilate because Annihilate still is going to get 1 more charge attack off later. Bonus damage. That's the key. Bonus damage. Otherwise, let's keep going through this. From here on out, this is pretty straightforward. We've already broke Giovanni's shields. They're gone. So the rest of our charge moves are going to do full damage, and we're just going to take this guy out with the rest of what we've got left here. We got a full health Glaceon, as well as our Leafeon right there on backup, ready to take out Kyogre when it does come in. So let's keep going through this, hit play, and we'll let this kind of play out. Going to slow it down a little bit right here at the charge move. There goes our Icy Wind, and as we see, that Icy Wind was hugely effective. Pause there. Now, we've completely destroyed Garchomp. We've taken 55% damage to Glaceon, so we still have almost over half of our Glaceon, plus full healthy Leafeon, and partial of an Annihilate to take out Kyogre. So when it comes time to get to Giovanni's final Pokemon, so the last one, which in this case is going to be Kyogre, or any other thing you do in the future with him, this is the name of the game. Get these Pokemon that work really well and just knock him down so that you have plenty to work with once Kyogre does come out. Because the legendary Pokemon is the one who's really going to hit hard. All right, let's play. So we're tapping off to the side. Tapping, doing our tapping thing. Getting Icy Wind back up. Hitting Icy Wind immediately. Kyogre got 1 attack off. We were so close to getting that Icy Wind off before Kyogre came in with an attack. And boom, not very effective. Because, of course, Kyogre is water, which is ice. Huge hits. Glaceon basically takes 3 hits. That's it with what was left. Pause. But 20%? 20% bonus damage from Glaceon, a non-super effective Pokemon against Kyogre. That is awesome. So now what we'll do is we'll go to Annihilate. We'll let Annihilate get his bonus damage, and then Leafeon to finish it off. We won't even need Annihilate technically, but it's just for fun. So erase that and play. Let Annihilate come in. We'll go ahead and turn this up to full speed and let this play out. Night Slash, we got 1 Night Slash off. Very nice. Extra bonus damage. So we've done 60% damage to Kyogre here without even getting Leafeon out. And Leafeon is the one who's going to be set up. As we see, super effective damage. Leafeon gets that Leaf Blade extremely fast, as we saw. Look at how fast that went up. Leaf Blade is a great charge move for Leafeon. Blade is back up. And pause, rewind. All right, so here's the deal. What happened? Slow it down, attack, and pause. Why did I quit? Why did I back out? Well, because I wanted to make this video, and I want to try to get the other clips. So this clip is not finished. I didn't actually fully finish Kyogre, but Kyogre is done. He's one hit away from being completely knocked out. I've got almost a full HP Leafeon with Leaf Blade ready to go. One more charged attack, Kyogre's gone. You get the idea. I stopped it there and backed out so that I did not expend my Super Rocket Radar, and I could continue to test and find those other clips that I still need to get with this one. So there you have it. That is it. It is that easy to beat Giovanni with non-legendary Pokemon. I used things that were community day Pokemon that you should definitely have. If you don't have, you likely have other equally as good Pokemon in this case.